Hello everyone, welcome back to Coastal Living. Now please welcome Matt Manning and Alexis Williams. They're here to talk about an informative forum happening this Sunday that is in celebration of the great Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. and of course in honor of his work and demand for justice. Thank you all for joining us today.
Thanks for having us.
Honor to have y'all. We've got this color scheme going and I'm living for it. Okay, so let's talk about the Citizens Justice Forum and your roles with that program.
Sure. So the Citizens Justice Forum is a free resource for the people in the community to learn about the law and learn about what questions to ask if they ever are involved in the criminal justice system or the justice system at large.
Okay.
So Corpus Christi Alumni Delta Sigma Theta chapter here in town came along with me and decided to do this event. We're really excited because basically we're going to give the citizens 5 different areas of law where they can come and just learn. We're just going to give them information about how things work. For instance, how child custody works, how a divorce works, how the immigration laws work, what to do if you ever get stopped by a police officer. It's going to kind of come to the gamut.
This is so great, and I'm not sure I ever knew that something like this existed, but it's, how long has this been around?
This is the first year that we're doing our partnership, and so we're thankful for the collaboration. So this is an inaugural event for us to do the Social Justice Forum.
Well, what a wonderful opportunity, because I know many people personally who feel uncomfortable getting pulled over, innocent as can be, but just don't know what to do or how to handle it properly. As you mentioned, people going through divorces where children are involved, understanding what your rights are as a parent, and a lot of people can be manipulated in those situations and end up spending thousands of dollars only to be losing time that they actually are obligated to with their own children. So this is a great opportunity to go out and ask those questions free of cost, which is amazing. So blessings to you all for putting this on. So tell me a little bit about the Corpus Christi Alumni chapter of, I'm going to say it, Delta Sigma Theta Sorority.
Incorporated.
Incorporated.
Yes.
All right.
My name is Alexis Williams again, and I'm the chapter president of the Corpus Christi Alumni chapter of Delta Sigma Theta. We are the largest African American sorority in the world, founded at Howard University.
Nice.
And we just are celebrating our 107th year anniversary. We just did that last Monday on the 13th of January.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And as far as the march, this is our 34th year of doing this commemorative march for MLK, and we're just thankful for this community support.
So are these correlated, the event on Sunday and the march on that we're going to be talking about on Monday?
Yes.
Okay, and this is of course celebrating the legacy of Dr. King. Now tell me, what prompted this event and wanting to bring the community together in this way?
Well, honestly, since I was in law school, one of the things I always wanted to do was suture the gap between the information that lawyers have and the information that the people have. So now that I'm not in the DA's office anymore and I can move a little more freely as a private citizen, I thought it was really imperative that we gave people a resource. So I just kind of started talking to Alexis and her team. I mean, they are incredible. They put it on every year and they are bar none. So we talked and they liked the idea, and we figured out how to whittle it down and make it accessible and decided to give the people what they need. I mean, that's really what it's about. As a lawyer, I try to be an agent of change, and I think this is the way I can change things.
Amazing. Well, you can see that your morals and intentions are sincere and genuine, which I think we can all appreciate. And so tell me a little bit more about the topics that we're talking about. You mentioned what to do if you get pulled over, things to do with the divorce and child custody. Is there anything else that you feel like is a key topic that maybe gets overlooked that we need to know more about?
Absolutely. So we're going to cover family law, criminal law. We're going to cover personal injury, so what happens if you get in a car wreck, how to handle yourself. We're also going to cover immigration and housing and tenant law. So anytime somebody has an eviction filed against them or has an issue with the landlord, this will kind of give them a little path forward to know what to ask if and when they need to hire an attorney.
Absolutely. I think it fits any community, but especially our demographics here in Corpus Christi. A lot of people renting homes, split homes, things like that. Or like you said, I was in a car accident recently, and you just get so overwhelmed that you don't think properly. You don't think about, how do I need to handle this situation, whether it's an emergency situation or not, if people are injured or not. What are the steps to take, right? So that's wonderful. And so that's on Sunday. And tell me, give me the details on that.
So that's going to take place at 4 p.m. It's at West Oso High School in the cafeteria. That's 754 Flato Road. It's here in Corpus Christi. Put it in your GPS. All of y'all have iPhones or Androids. Let it guide you right there. It'll be at 4 o'clock, and it's going to be about an hour and a half long. There will be light refreshments, and there will be a number of lawyers and people in the community there to partake.
Wonderful. Okay, so that's on Sunday, and this
Yes.
is the free event, guys, where you can go and get free advice from real lawyers who genuinely want you to understand what your rights are, and you have an opportunity for a question and answer and things like that.
You do. The only caveat is that we're not taking questions on specific cases. So you
Okay.
can't come and say, in my case, X, Y, Z.
You're like, come over here. I gotta
Yeah,
ask
you know, but if you have a general question, how does custody work? How does whatever work? The lawyers will be there and they'll be able to answer those questions.
Okay, so definitely bring a pen and notepad because this
Yes.
is a situation where you're not going to remember everything. You might need to be taking notes on a particular situation that you're dealing with, right?
Right.
Okay, so that's on Sunday, and then what do we have going on Monday?
Monday is a couple of events going on, and I need to do a quick.
See your notes.
I need to see
we
my
gotta have our
notes.
Well, it's
Okay.
at 12 o'clock, right?
Yes,
At the
our
courthouse.
event, I don't need to look at the phone for that, because that one's in my head. Okay, so we're going to start our march, our call to march at the county courthouse begins at noon.
Mm-hmm.
We have a small program there in the jury room, and then we will begin our march to Church of the Good Shepherd.
Okay.
And then it will conclude there, and there is a program there as well. And we are partnering with certain groups in the community, the 2020 census, New Oasis Together, that's another local census group. So we just want to come out, get the community well informed, and also celebrate the life and the legacy of Dr. King.
Amen. And anything, do we want to wear like a special color or bring any props with us to celebrate?
Bring a spirit of service, because that's what Dr.
Amen.
King was
Amen.
about, and that's
There
what
you go.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. Day should commemorate. So don't
Absolutely.
just think that it's a day off. Please go out and help the community somehow.
Definitely. And just
Correct.
be present in your community to make an
Exactly.
impact, show people, we show up in numbers and it definitely makes a difference. And what is one takeaway for somebody that anticipates coming to these two events? What is the takeaway that you want them to have from this experience?
Just that the information is there, and you know the law applies to everyone, but everyone doesn't know how to approach, you know, applying it to their situation. So
Yes.
go get the information. Alexis and the Deltas have been just extraordinary in being involved in the community this way. So I want people to know the resources out there. Please avail yourself of it, and please come on Monday in March, and please do some service in the community. What do you want to add, Alexis?
My thing is, I'm just gonna piggyback off of you, not to recognize it as a day of leisure. I'm thankful that the city of Corpus Christi newly recognizes the city as a holiday, just to emphasize the teachings of Dr. King, and it's a true day of service, not a
Absolutely.
day off.
Exactly. Yeah, you have to think about those, especially, you know, Veterans Day, Memorial Day. Think about the reason
Yes.
for those particular days and take some time at least. It's okay to enjoy yourself and have sort of a leisure day, but make sure to take some time aside to appreciate why you have that day to begin with. So thank you so much for joining us today. It was
Thank
such
you.
a pleasure to have you, and thank you for making these positive changes in our community and educating our community.
Thank you
Well,
so
thank you
much.
for having us.
Absolutely.